And so there is something that I would like you to take home tonight. First, of course, I want to read this fantastic book that I wrote with Andres Romeyer. It's a great book, absolutely, no question. I read it again today and I love it. And what I like about it is that I read it already 3 times, besides writing it, and each time I discover some new stuff. I say, my God, I say that, wow, this is interesting. So, if one thing that is important is what I call wisdom of madness. Wisdom of madness. Right? If you're not crazy, if you're not mad, something is wrong with you. The worst thing that can happen to you is to be normal. Normal? By the way, this is the name of the French president. He said he's Mr. Normal. Normal. Wow, God. It's terrible. This is real madness. So you don't want to be normal. Second, you have to be frustrated. I'm sorry about that, but the danger is to be satisfied and successful. Very big dangerous. Succeed, never to succeed. Wow. Which means that you never arrive, you're never dead. You'll be dead when you arrive, but in the way you're always moving, always challenging, always unhappy, you want something else, you want new things, you want to... And when I travel the world, and I go around the world, I mean, last week I was in Iran, after that I was in Turkey, then I was in France, then I'm in Mexico, next week I'm going to be in New York. I mean, the world needs a lot of work. I mean, we need to help these people to move up. You know, I was in Iran, and a woman told me over there, you know, the train stopped 30 years ago. The train stopped 30 years ago. And for 30 years, we didn't move. Can you imagine the frustration of this woman? Now, of course, they have televisions, even if it's forbidden, right? But they have televisions, right? And they can see that the rest of the world is moving, and they are not moving. I mean, I remember I was so touched by this young Iranian woman. She told me, you know, she went to Dubai. I don't know if you're familiar with Dubai, but Dubai is just fantastic. And she went to Dubai and she cried. And I said, why did you cry? And she said, because this should be us. When we see Dubai and we realize what we have done with our culture, civilization and so on, then I cry, because that should be us. I was in Turkey the other day, and some women in Turkey, they can watch television, they can see the world, and then they see what is possible, and they see where they are. And the distance is so huge that there is an increase in suicide, killing themselves among women. If they cannot move up, they choose to kill themselves. And so we have to face this situation. So with Andres Romer in Davos, we say all these big people, politicians and so on, they keep looking for excuses. They don't have any GPS, they don't know where they want to go, and they have no ideas on how to help people to move up. So let's do something about it. And other people say, you're crazy, this is impossible, you're crazy. And they say, did you say we're crazy? Yes, we are crazy, yeah. And you know, that's what it is important here, is you have to believe in the impossible. And this book is about the impossible. It's about looking at cultures and how can culture change. The technology, and you had a presentation about technology, human beings are very slow to evolve. When the technology is going so fast, you cannot keep people in any part of the world without knowing how other people move up in other cultures. And so these cultures now, they have to do something, they have to change, they have to move up. And we believe that the best dimension to move up is to connect with the reptilian, not to fight against the reptilian, but to really reconnect permanently with the reptilian. And I want to give you one of the things, share with you one of the things I have done. I always wanted to move up. I was born during the war in France. Well, actually, I was French, but I was occupied by the Germans, so I don't really know if it was France or not. And, you know, I was a little kid and I didn't know much about it. And we were bombed on a regular basis. We received bombs, which were mainly American bombs, by the way. And so I was in the cellar with my mother and my grandmother, and I had to wait till the bomb will stop to go out and play. And then when the bomb started again, my mother, hey, come back. So, what? I didn't know better. I was fine. I don't remember any hard time. That was fine, because I didn't know better. That was really, for me, that was very nice. But then I went to the movies. And I saw John Wayne and Gary Cooper and, you know, all these guys on their horse riding toward the sunset. And I say, one day I'm going to move up and I want to be one of them, right? And it took me many years to fulfill this impossible dream and to move up. And one day I was living in Los Angeles, I was riding my horses toward the sunset. And then I stopped and I realized and I said, what am I doing here? This is my horse, this is the sunset. Wow, I did it! But that was not enough. You always need another goal. So I think that what we try to capture together, Andres Romer and I, is this incredible potential that we have to all move up when we want to move up. Now, I want to tell you this is a very hard work. We spent 6 years working together, very, very hard. Andres is just incredible. He works so hard to get things done. It's really like a meiotic, like a way to give birth to a child, but a very difficult birth. It's not easy at all. And we got help by Veronica French, who was fantastic to help us. And that was very hard work. But then the problem that we have right now is this is a great book. And we're successful. Oh, very dangerous to be successful.